Hi everyone, this is Rachel at KTRU.
And I'm Alaina Castillo, based in LA right now, singing, 19 years old, and thank you for having me.
Though you're currently based in LA, you actually grew up here in Houston.
hmm
Tell me how the scene here in Houston impacted you, whether it's like musically or just your growth as a person and in turn your artistry.
I think like that was every time that I kind of thought about my dream and what I wanted to be, I was like, man, imagine like if I get famous and I'll be able to say like, oh yeah, I came from Houston, because I feel like there's a lot of like artists who are from Houston, and that's for me is like there's a kind of creative aspect that goes behind that, because there's nothing like H-Town. So that's something that whenever I like take my music, that's what I also take with me. So yeah.
Quarantine has definitely hit artists in different ways, and people have been handling it differently from person to person, whether it's doing Instagram Live, Zoom, Hangout sessions, online concerts. How has quarantine affected you, and how have you been coping with that?
Um, I before quarantine, I was always pretty like antisocial. I love staying in my house, kind of just vibing with myself, or like close friends and stuff like that. So I didn't think that it was really going to like affect me, but then I forgot that there are places that I like to go to like kind of get creatively inspired, like the ocean or just even like going outside for a little bit. And now I only have my balcony and my apartment, and then my producer's house as well. But I've just kind of been in the studio every day. So I feel like I'm still like on that creative track, but besides like wanting to go back to Texas to see my family or just go to the beach or something, like those are the things that I'm missing right now.
You released your EP, The Voice Notes, pretty recently. How has that been like releasing it during quarantine? How has that been?
Um, kind of feel like this EP goes with quarantine, because it's kind of the whole EP, the whole thing for me with music is that it's like an escape, and you can just listen to it when you want to kind of just vibe or forget where you're at, or like just helping you kind of get through whatever you're going through. So like now that people have it during quarantine, when maybe they're thinking more, self-reflecting, or just taking time to kind of be on their own with this music, I just hope that it's able to like help them and be there for them. So yeah.
You're also releasing the Spanish counterpart. Wait, what? She's releasing the English
Yeah, it's like
mensajes
the
de voz.
Spanish mensajes de voz, like a different version of it. I mean, the same, but just
Right.
translated.
Sorry, I was misreading it. I'm like, wait, it's a Spanish like the Spanish EP is the English counterpart? I'm like, what? Sorry. Okay, let me try that again. You're also going to be releasing the Spanish counterpart. I'm going to totally be butchering the Spanish. Mensajes de voz.
Yeah, mensajes de voz.
Tell me the reasoning behind having both an English and Spanish single, because like some people they're like, oh, hard, like they do most of their discography on in one language, or they'll wait to do a like different language remix down the line, not quite this close to each
Mhm.
other, like a month difference.
So for me, the reason that I wanted to kind of do it right after and have them like be so close together within this EP, they're like basically the same translations of those songs. But whenever, Spanish gets added in there, you can't exactly translate it word for word. So you have to find ways around that. And I feel like within doing that, I was able to like just the meaning of the song was able to kind of it kind of is a new meaning, but at the same time it's just a deeper reflective kind of to the English version. So that for me, my dad is from Mexico, so that's where that kind of part comes in for me. But I just want to be able to have my music relate to more people and to be able to help more people. So yeah.
Do you think having your music in two languages reflects your identity, whereas like you say that things don't necessarily translate. Um, let's see, things don't translate word for word all the time. Do you
Mhm.
think that kind of reflects your identity as well? Because like sometimes you're trying to explain something about your like one culture, but you have a hard time explaining it to your other culture.
Mhm. Um, I mean, I think as far as because that's just a creative way for me because I'm still learning Spanish and my dad didn't really speak it growing up. So I had to like learn it in high school and just by talking with my friends. So it's been something that I've kind of just slowly been getting better at. But when it comes to music, I feel like those two, it's just a creative way to put out like what I'm feeling and to hopefully get it to reach other people. So I think it by doing it kind of in English and Spanish, it's able to just get more like with the meaning it's there, but it also like it adds a different kind of like darkness, deepness kind of sentiment to
Gotcha.
it.
Another layer.
Yes, yeah.
All right. You have a new single coming out this Friday. Can you talk to us more about it?
Um, which one? The that one's just the EP. Mensajes de Voz is coming out this Friday.
Wait, so the video of No Voy
That was
last Friday. Okay,
yeah.
sorry. Talk to us about the single you released last Friday.
So that one it was basically a music video for the No Vuelvas a Mirar Atrás song. And that one's kind of talking about just learning to forgive and learning to not overthink so that you know, are able to kind of enjoy those moments. And for me, it's like a reminder every day that I kind of have to tell myself because I overthink a lot and sometimes that like affects how I'm feeling. So it's just a song that it's kind of like whatever happened in your past, whatever happening is happening now, things you're going through, like just learn to not blame yourself for it and to love yourself and kind of grow from those situations. So the video just me in my headspace just thinking about that and kind of adding to the vibe of the song.
You have quite the resume, and if you're looking at statistics on your music, you have 37 million views on all of your socials and a lot of streams. Can you just drop us some of your like socials accounts?
Yeah, for sure. That's an insane number, by the way. Didn't even realize that. My Instagram and Snapchat are Alaina_Castillo. Twitter is Alaina Castillo 5, and then YouTube and streaming platforms is just Alaina Castillo.
Is there anything you'd like to tell our listeners?
Um, just I hope that if you listen to my music, you enjoy it, and I hope that it's nice and you like listening to it, and it's a nice little vibe. But then also kind of just can help you escape from the moment, or just have fun with it.
Alrighty, that's the conclusion of our interview. Thank you so much for just doing this with us. I know that quarantine's been kind of hectic, so it's been nice to be able to do this interview online, even though it would have been preferable just in person. But
Yeah,
this is
for
a
sure.
great substitute. So I guess next time you're in Houston, we could definitely have part two. Well, yeah, part two of this interview.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me too. It's nice to
Alrighty,
have you, Houston.
alrighty. This is KTRU Radio signing off.